What's up, everybody? Marissa B here. Today, guys, we are back in a update news, and yes, I am back for today. And today, we're gonna be talking about Dragon Adventures. For this one, Creatures of Sonaria will be coming in tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. But for this one, Dragon Adventures has a lot of updates, including the developer dragon, the season dragon, and some returning dragons. Stay tuned for the rest of those, because if you guys want to skip those videos, you then find a video that you want to find. Okay, I'm not funny. I'm being stupid at this point, but in all means necessary, make sure you guys like the button and subscribe to the video so you guys won't miss any other types of videos, including this one. So let's get to it. All right, as you guys can see, although ignore that, as you guys can see, we have pulled up Discord. And today, I'm going to be very quick about this because these updates are actually, they're big. I would say that straight. This is probably the most biggest update I've ever encountered in Dragon Adventures. So, I'm just going to get really, really quick about this and that. Also, again, ignore that because, well, he doesn't even know I'm making a video. But anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to go very quickly. I will not show any reactions, and I will show you guys some stuff before then. Once that one update ends, then I will show you guys the reactions and what I feel like about these dragons. There is currently 3 updates coming in: the developer, season, and the returning dragons. Hold on right there. That will be last though, so if you guys want to skip the video and go to that one, then I highly suggest going over there, because if you guys are curious what dragons are coming back, then you guys gotta go over there if you guys own these dragons. Because if you guys do, you gotta sell them. I'm gonna say that straight. But anyways, let's get to it. New developer dragon dropping this Friday. Silver Stratus. What? I call it Silver Stratus. But yeah. Howdy Adventurers, a brand new awe-inspired developer dragon, Silver Stratus, for at Blackberry Jam, is crashing into the scene on March 28th. Take a look at the images attached. Get ready for the wild ride. Shout out to the amazing concepts. Dragon concepted by the Astro Raptors, Garmister, I think, 123, and the bundle concept by Labo at Labo. Here we are with Silver Stratus. Silver Stratus is what I call it, the cat noodle. Similar to Moixera because of its little face, it's actually a little wyvern serpent. It's a mixture of those two. Who knows? But these are what it looks like. This is what the default looks like. You will get the default theme potion of it, so don't expect much of it, because Sakairan didn't get its default potion, and instead got the Dark Knight. So you gotta make your, make some themes and this and that. But anyways, primary is Winter, secondary is Wisp, and territory is Stream. We have some mutations on it. This is the original sketch. Now, I think they were talking about the animations on Silver Stratus, which is why they said it's not 100% accurate for what it would look like. But in all means necessary, we go to the mutations. Here it is. You guys can see the mutations. You guys can see what it says. You guys can read it out. You guys could probably, stop the video or something like that and read this. But here's the mutations. The first one is very obvious with the whiskers. The second one would be the fur cheek, which means that some of these mutations aren't going to be shown a lot because they will be invisible to you guys, but there are some very visible ones, like the whiskers, so that's one thing that you should know of. Another one, which is mutation 3, which is the neck fur, if you would notice. And what other mutations? The fourth mutation is scales on the legs, which you guys can probably tell in the meantime. And last one is the scales on the bottom tail, which is very, very interesting. Now, when I go over here, I actually saw this before, but I was trying to make a video, but apparently my video got long, so I'm trying to be speedy and stuff. Oh, whatever. Here is what it looks like. I think this looks like some type of idle animation. I don't know, but this is the top most favorite, in my opinion. This is my most favorite developer dragon because I am a cat lover myself, and I think Blackberry Jam loves cats, and that's why. And I am adoring this. I'm not kidding. But this is what it looks like. You can see the tail. Tail looks like a tiger. And you guys can see the body. It is like a noodle. That's why I say it looks like a noodle, and I said noodle cat or cat noodle or something like that. And then we get to the last part, which is the bundle, the full bundle. If you guys do get the bundle, you guys would get this beautiful and gorgeous backpack. You would also get the Shockwave element, which is what it looks like when you use it and what it looks like on the eyeball. If you guys are curious, the colors for Blue Serpent theme is the same thing with Winter Wisp Extreme, which means you will get the default colors of it with the materials of correct rock, sand, and ice. And this is what the accessories look like. This is the accessory for wings, and I effed up. Hold on. Okay. Yep, etc. I effed up on that one. Anyways, back to where I was gonna do. This is the goggles for the head, which is super cool in my opinion. And the saddle, honestly my favorite. I love the saddle because it has the arrows. It makes it look like it's a warrior. At this point, Silver Stratus seems like it came from the Antarctic and is probably like one of like a warrior dragon. I feel like it's a warrior dragon. Who knows? I don't know. I'm being stupid. But this is what it looks like for the tail too. You guys could have like this little backpack with like a dagger over there. And the tail, which is right over here. I keep forgetting it's right there. And last but not least, I call this another dagger. But this is what the dagger looks like when you hold it. Which means it is kind of similar to the Violin, because the Violin had the same theme but with a sword. But this one is more unique. I like the Violin sword more. But in all means necessary, that is for all of this right off the bat. And for my opinion, I love Silver Stratus. Easily a 10. 1 out of 10 is a 10 for me. Silver Stratus is one of my favorite dragons because it's a cat dragon. I'm a cat lover. I'm a cat woman. And knowing that this beautiful developer dragon is coming in, I want to collect these. I'm not going to collect 1. I'm not going to collect 2. I'm collecting probably 5 or possibly 3. Who knows? I might need the money in the meantime. But here we are right here. Apparently there's some bug happening from what they see in Flight Theory's set it in the developer feed. So that's you can actually read this if you guys want. If you guys can pause the video, you guys can read it. I'm going to continue because I need to get this video going. Anyways, developer notifier, the season 43 has been revealed. The upcoming April season dragon Carnargon, concept by at 3DDDUUU, has been revealed. Carnargon, I meant, will be available this April's dragon season, and that's not all. Circumar, which is going to be in the season pass, is returning too, bringing even more fire into to the season, which means that if you guys don't know where the Circumar is going to be, it's going to be in the season pass, which is Robux related. So if you guys want a Circumar and have Robux, then here you go, you can get it. But anyways, Carnargon, which is a Rain Master Dragon. This is what it looks like fully. Now, the default colors is Ruby, Lychee, and Haze. If you guys want to make defaults, I'm going to probably make this default. But there are some little animations from what it looks like, in my opinion. I think this might be like a walk or a running animation for this one, and ignore him. And I think this is the idle animation, which is where the wings, and I have to again, and the wings right here, which looks like this, which is probably the idle animation. Now, the mutations, you guys can probably pause it for just a little bit so you guys can see what the mutations would look like. And this looks like one of the creatures of, to be honest, I'm going to say this straight. This looks like one of the creatures of Scenario's creature, which is Jiggle Jangle. If you know what I mean, if you guys know how to play Creatures of Scenario or know how to play it, then you guys know what I meant. But anyways, this is the remaster, and the reason why they did this is because it's April. It's going to be April Fools, because, well, yeah. But anyways, the first mutation would be the spikes right here, the back spikes. Oh, they call it ornament, but I see it as spikes. Now, number two is the wing spikes, and my cat is meowing, I don't know why. There is 2 wing spikes, and they're, yeah, that, I was gonna say, is there more of them, but no. My cat keeps meowing. Hold on. Where's my cat? There he is. I just fed that cat, by the way. Anyways, back to what I was gonna say. This is what it looks like for the spikes, and number 3 would be the wing hook, which means that it is attached to this one part. Number 4 would be the tail hook, which means it is attached to the tail, and 5 is very obvious, which is the tail spikes. Here, this is what it looks like full screen, so you guys can see that. Is there any more? No. But 1 out of 10 for me, it's gonna be at least a 7. I don't know about this dragon. The one thing that would be a full 10 for me is as if they made some roars on the dragon. Don't ask why I'm doing that, why I'm asking that. I just like the dragon's roars, and it's so cool. But yeah. Anyways, you guys can read this. I think this is about like some camera issues and this and that. And you guys can read that. You guys can pause it if you guys want. But I'm gonna continue. And apparently, Flight Theory talked about a Roblox issue, so you guys can pause that too. Anyways, you guys have been waiting for the last part, which is the 3rd update, Heroes League. Now, I have mentioned this about a video ago, not a video ago, I think it's a video 2 months to 3 months, I don't know. They were mentioned to release Heroes League right off the bat in that video. If you guys witnessed seeing that video, then you guys know what I meant. But if you guys did not see that video, I highly suggest going over there so you guys can see why I say this. But apparently they were supposed to bring Heroes League during that point where I made that video. But I haven't seen it. Me and my partner were trying to find it in Undercity and nothing. So they kind of just, didn't told us about that. But I think I was just being stupid. But here it is, Heroes League coming this Friday, which means the Silver Stratus, the Rainmaster Dragon, these 3 updates, even Heroes League, by the way. All of these updates are coming in this Friday, so you guys have to be very, very cautious and careful because you guys might actually F up on something that you guys don't even know what to do because there's so much updates that you can't even catch up. That's why I'm saying that, because I'm literally trying to catch up. But anyways, Heroes League coming this Friday. I'm going to be very, very, focused on all the words so that I can pull my full reactions in the end of the video and this and that, and yeah. Hey everyone, here's a sneak peek at what you can expect. The Heroes League will be a brand new building store in Undercity, taking the place of the old Flare shop. If you guys know where it is next to the fishing area alongside with, between the middle of where the Guild Wars area is and the fishing area. If you guys don't know, you know, and this and that, and yeah, that's where it is. Yes, a brand new permanent content edition, which means that Heroes League is going to be staying, which means it is permanent, like the World Dragons. Well, I gotta say it, sorry. It will feature 3 unique vendors, Valere, Archie, and Leprechaun. Each have their own theme section, selling unique items tied to their special theme. NPCs will also offer exciting quests that reward you with tokens to spend in their shops, or reveal the location of a special quest. Unique rewards such as rare eggs, accessory sets, unique buildable sets, and various potions and more. Completing the quest will earn you standing with each NPC, which you'll need to unlock and purchase certain exclusive items for their shops. The quest will refresh every 12 hours. After accepting, giving you the more opportunities to earn rewards. The flares won't be in standalone shop anymore. They'll be available within the shops of the Heroes League NPCs. The Heroes League eggs, along with the new Heroes League features, we're introducing 3 new dragon eggs, such as Dragon's Bane egg, which is obtainable in Valere, Delver's egg, which is going to be obtainable from Archie, and Nature's Boon egg. You guys already know, it's Leprechaun. It's the same thing, duh, I'm not that stupid. Each egg contains 5 dragons, 1 new dragon, and 4 returning dragons for you to discover. This is why I said these are the dragons that are coming back. So if you guys are wary and know about this, you guys should sell, you guys should sell these dragons that are returning instantly before they are gonna be leaving. I literally meant as hold on. I'll keep that aside for a moment. I was gonna spoil it, but hold on. Anyways, only Valere will be releasing this Friday, the 28th, with Archie and Leprechaun coming in the weeks after, which means that Leprechaun and Archie will not be coming this Friday, but it will be coming in soon. So hold on, hold your horses, hold on, just hold there. Anyways, here's the Little Dragon's Bane egg, which is obtainable from Valere. Dragon's Bane egg includes Galicia. If you guys, I call it that. Galicia is a new Heroes League dragon, which means that you can actually obtain it from Valere. People thought it was a secret mission, but I think it's just some Heroes League stuff. But if you guys watch some other content creators who talked about it and showcased it, I'm not a full content creator, so I can't have the test server. But if you guys see them, make sure make sure you're subscribed to them, man. They're awesome. But anyways, Galicia, Norgon, Hirozen, Overix, and Zukazon is returning. These are the 4 dragons that are returning. If you guys are not aware and have these dragons, you better sell them because they are not going to be worth much anymore. Special shout out to Gullup, I think, for creating this stunning concept of Galicia. And lastly, please note the dragon list for the Nature's Boon and Delver's Egg will be shared in the subsequent weeks, which means that if Archie is going to be coming in at the following week, then its egg will be also being there too, alongside with other returning dragons. The thing is that people are worried that these dragons will be returning, and if they will, then other dragons like Volpers or Amaris, great example, or Verana, I don't know, any type of dragon that are pretty much old might be coming back too, because who knows. But anyways, here we are. Now, as you guys can see, this is what the Heroes League looked like. They actually said a little YouTube short in Creatures of Scenaria, and they showed a little showcase around it. Now, in my opinion, when I see this, I see blue, red, and green. And I feel like this is a side of our own guild. If you're in Iron, this is where Archie is. If you're in Royal, this is where Valere is. And if you're in Mystic like me, then you're in Leprechaun. Which means that they would have, like what they said, different sections. We're going to be expecting Valere to be over there first, while Archie would be in the middle, and Leprechaun being in the last. But who knows, this is going to be what it is, and this and that. And yeah. Anyways, the eggs. This is what Valere's egg looks like. If you guys want these eggs, I don't know what the percentage is of these 4 returning dragons, but hopefully some of them are actually a bit hard, but also not expensive. But anyways, the Nature's Boon egg is where Leprechaun is, and this is what it looks like right there. And this is where Archie's egg comes in and collides. Now, we're gonna get to the next dragon, which is this. Oh, wow. This is I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. Anyways, Galicia, Galicia, I don't even know what its name is. I can't even speak at this point. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Guardian of the Cosmos, which you guys can see the mutations. You guys can pause it if you guys want to see it. This is what it looks like for the default colors, which is Twilight on primary, Cerulean on secondary, and Territory is Honey. Which Galicia have 5 wings. This is what it looks like with its art. Has a double row of spikes, which means that one of them is the mutation of spikes, but they have doubled the size of it, which is right there. And you guys can see what it looks like. Compared to what a Robloxian looks like, this is what it looks like. It looks pretty small, but by all means necessary. This is what it looks like without the wings. This is what it looks like with the wings. And it says its wings are not attached to its body. So it's like Volcamoose. But anyways, back to where we are. The first mutation is the stars on the neck. They are faded so you guys can see it more clearly. The next mutation is the spikes on the wings. They have it on each wing too, so be wary of that. Number 3 would have the tail spikes on the top. Number 4 would have the ankle fur, which is right there. It looks like the tramitas from the front legs of the wings. And number 5 would be more stars, but this time on the end of the tail. And is that it? No. Next up is Valere. This is what Valere looks like. I actually mentioned this in where Genji Far was right there and where the Arcane Crystal Egg was. Yeah, that was a long time ago, and I thought Valere would be in the Arcane Crystal Egg. quest, but I guess I was so wrong back then. But anyways, that was all. Now, my reactions to the Heroes League. Heroes League, for the first one, the first left one, just the first photo, 10 out of 10. I like it. I like the design of what they made. The Nature's Egg, the Nature's Boon, Delvers, Dragon's Bane. All these eggs are so talented. I think they put a lot of effort to these eggs, so that's a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't know about the new dragon. I'm gonna say that straight. I'm gonna say a 50-50. I don't know, but it's a 50-50. I don't think it's bad, but it's bad at the same time. But anyways, last one is Valorant. I love the Valorant and the NPC of it. I love how the fact that it is kind of similar to the Helios of the Horn and similar to the Ares, if you guys know. But I liked Valorant so much because honestly, out of all NPCs and Dragon Adventures, it had to be Valorant, my most favorite one. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video so you guys won't be missing out any other types of updates and news that is coming in soon, which is Creatures of Sonoria. So I will be making that tomorrow, probably in the very, very morning, like 1 in the morning. And yeah, I'll probably be up at that point. But if it happens, then that video will be released very quickly because it is at the PMs now. But anyways, I will let you guys go, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.